practice pad showdown here. We have the Billy Hyde Natural Rebound Pad, the Evans Real Feel Pad, and the Blue Lightning by Prologix. Each of these pads come in different sizes. You can get the Billy Hyde in the larger pad, and you can also get the Evans and the Prologix pads in the smaller size. The reason I have the small Billy Hyde pad is because I take that one to shows. It's nice to have a pad that'll fit in my backpack, but when I'm playing around at home, I do like to have the larger practice pads. So I'm going to go over each one. You can listen to how they sound and which one's the quietest and which one has the most and least rebound. So let's do it. We'll start off with the Billy Hyde Practice Pad. I do like the fact that it is mountable. One thing you'll notice, it is quite firm. It has quite a bit of rebound. It's almost like if you were to play on a kitchen table. And it is quite loud. I can't play that beside somebody watching TV or anything like that. But that's the Billy Hyde. It's lasted me a while. I've had this pad for quite some time, but I do find it's not a natural rebound, and here will just be a nylon tip. Doesn't make any difference in the sound. Next up, we have the Evans Real Feel Head. I like this pad. It does have a little bit of a foam bottom to dampen the sound if it's sitting on something. I find that didn't make almost any difference at all. It is another head that's lasted a long time. It's quite thick. First off, you'll notice this is quieter than the Billy Hyde for sure. I do find this pad, it gives more rebound than is realistic. If you were to take a really tight snare drum head, it may be similar to this. I find I get a lot of bounce. If you're one person who say tunes your snare low or want to practice and be able to do your double strokes on a floor tom, this one's more realistic than the Billy Hyde, but still has a lot of bounce, and you're able to play fast, which kind of gives you a false sense of your playing. Last up, we have the Blue Lightning by Prologix. This one, as you'll see on the bottom here, it's got more of a surface, more of a rubber coating, so it will dampen it more if you're sitting it on a table, which is nice. From the top, you'll see there is a rubber rim on here. You think as a practice pad that isn't a big deal, but if you play with it on a stand at the right height, it just forces you can't have your sticks completely flat. You have to have them up just a little bit, and you can still do rim shots. So now, to give this one a little bit of a play, it's much quieter than the Real Feel. It's not even comparable to either of those practice pads. I know Prologix have, I think they have 3 different ones. This one is probably the quietest and has the least amount of rebound. You can actually see it's softer. It does not give you any false sense of rebound. I find with this one, actually, I have to hit a little harder and more control than a regular drum. So if you practice your double strokes on this all day, you're going to be able to move them around the kit a lot easier than, say, if you were to get really fast on the Real Feel and you move to the kit, it's not quite the same. So you're not going to be able to play this beside someone while they're sleeping, I'm sure. But if you compare it to the Real Feel, the Real Feel has a higher frequency. It just kind of makes you want to almost blink your eyes. And then if you play the Billy Hyde, it's almost a more pleasant sound. So there you go. There's 3 practice pads. Each one have their own use. I find if I just have to pick one, I'm going to go to this Blue Lightning every time.